Hello everyone and happy holidays. I'm Melody from Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. Welcome to my kitchen. You're staring at a pot of almost boiling water because I thought I would bring you along to show you how I make my macaroni salad with shrimp. So I did just salt the water and I'm going to go in with a 16-ounce box right there of elbow macaroni noodles. I have the extra jumbo, let's see, the 2-pound family pack of extra jumbo shrimp. Right there it says extra jumbo. Okay, I'm debating. I took out this much in the shrimp department. There's a couple that are frozen together. And I'll cook them up after we get the pasta in the water. Now, I'm not going to make an obscene amount of macaroni salad with shrimp. This is going to be for one of the meals, one of the side little dishes for the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve. So I decided I would make some macaroni salad with shrimp. And if there's any left over, that's great, which there probably will be. And that'll be a little something extra I could put on the table for Christmas Day. So that is coming to a boil enough for me. I salted it very well. We are just going to put that in. And let me get a spoon. Give it a stir. And while that is cooking, I do have my strainer in the sink, which my strainer has taken a beating. Had it for so long, but it is from putting it in the dishwasher. Okay. Over here I have onions. I have a really big green pepper. I may not use all of that. I have some celery out, some Old Bay garlic powder. It's going to be salt and pepper and onion powder. Absolutely has to be Hellmann's mayonnaise, but you don't want to put the Hellmann's on while it's hot. So while the water is boiling, I figured we could start the prep. So let's do that. Hopefully you can see. I'm just gonna do 2 medium onions. If you don't like onion, you can just omit it, but I like it, so. I have a friend who loves my macaroni salad, but doesn't like the onions. So you know how that goes. You can't please everyone, my friends. Okay. I am going to cut this piece off. Okay, now I don't want them huge. I don't want you to take a bite and then get a huge chunk. So I am just going to cut it this way first. Probably like I don't want to say like a small dice, but at least a medium. And then you can always go over the onions like so, or if you don't want to cry like I think I'm going to, you can use a chopper. I need a new chopper. My roommate dropped mine on the floor. And yeah. Let's take that outer piece off. Whew. Spicy. So it all depends on the size of your onions, to be honest with you, and how much you want to add. It could be, these are like medium. Oh my goodness gracious. They are some potent onions. I'm just going to rough chop them. Because like I said, we don't want a big chunk. Normally what I do is I will do about this much onion. I'll see how the noodles are. And then if I need more onion, I will just add more onion. Okay, I just stirred my noodles. And now we're going to do some celery. Again, just have to judge on how much pasta you're making. Remember to always wash your celery. See that on the bottom? Give it a wash. Even if you end up cutting it off, just still give it a wash. Okay. Because I used all my celery that I grew this year in the garden and made more celery powder. So. And then basically, I am just going to slice it down the middle, like so. If you don't get it exactly straight, just cut it again. And then I will tell if I need more. Medium chop. I just find it easier to chop celery this way. And this is the night before Christmas Eve, and I need this to be done for Christmas Eve. If you find a long string, which happens with celery, I just pull it off because nobody wants to pick that out of their mouth, out of their salad. You can also peel it. Okay, that's the celery. I think I'm going to do 2 more stalks of celery. So I'm not going to bore you to death. I'm going to wash them and chop them. Okay, celery's all chopped. And now I think I'm going to try half a pepper and see what I think of that first. Remove the seeds, my friends. And the pith in the middle. I already washed it. We just want to make sure we get all the seeds out. You don't want that in your shrimp macaroni salad. And then what I normally do, medium dice. I love peppers. So you can get all this prepped on while you're waiting for your pasta to be done. If I don't think it's enough with the green pepper, I will add some more. Which I think I'm going to go in with another little piece, like so. Same thing, just remove the seeds. Let's quickly chop this one up. Okay. There we go. Let's go check our noodles. Another couple more minutes. Sorry. Another couple more minutes and these will be done. So I will bring you back when they're done. Okay. I tasted a noodle like a second ago. Let's try another one. These are ready to be drained. I have a clean bowl right here. And let's drain the noodles. If you have any that's stuck on the bottom, which I only had 4. Scrape it out. That is just from, I salted it very well. So let's go back over here. There's the bowl. Right there. Let me lower you down just a tad. Give this a shake. Actually, what I should show you is this next. Okay, we're going to use the same burner. We're going to take the shrimp, turn it on, like so. We're going to add a little Old Bay. These do have the shells on, so unfortunately I have to peel them. But what are you going to do? Has liquid in there, so I'm not going to add any. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. So, let's get this rocking and rolling here. Like I said, it's a clean bowl. I'm just shaking out the excess water. I wasn't making a gazillion things for Christmas. I would have made some more macaroni salad, but it's a half a bowl, that's fine. I just want to shimmy shake the shrimp. You just want to keep your eye on the shrimp till they turn pink. Doesn't take long, so you really cannot take your eye off. Some are already pink. They all will be pink in a matter of seconds. That's all I do, really. It's just separate it, keep stirring it. We will give that another minute or 2, and then I'm going to put them off to the side so they can cool, so I can cut them up. Well, peel them. And then I'm going to cut them up. Okay, let's check the shrimp again. Almost there. See that one? Not done all the way. Let's flip it over. Could have used a bigger pot, but... And this burner will stay hot, so I'm going to turn that off and let that rest. And then over here, what I did, which I'm glad I didn't chop another onion, because I think that suffice. And then, what I'm going to do, a little bit of salt. That's kosher salt. My ground black pepper, I really have to watch because I don't want the big peppercorns getting in there. I can usually feel it by my hand. Salt and pepper. There's the corn, peppercorn. Okay. Looking good. Now we need a different. And yes, I did put my onions and celery and green pepper in while the noodles are warm. You just want to make sure it has an even amount of everything, because you know they're going to go right to the bottom. Oops, lost one. It's the chef's. Okay. No worries, this will get mixed better in a few. Salt, pepper went in there. We're going to go in with some onion powder, about a tablespoon, like that. No, we are not going in with a tablespoon of Old Bay. I'm just going to do 1/4 teaspoon. Let me get my garlic powder, which is like filled to the brim. Kid you not, filled. See that? Tablespoon. You can put green onions in this if you want, like scallions. Already smells good. And this is why I put it in when it's warm, so the spices can warm up and taste all delish. So, shrimp is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel them, and then we're going to get chopping. Quick little tip, I may have said this before in my videos, but empty your dishwasher before you start cooking. And then all you have to do is take your dirties and put them right in there and run it before you go to bed. So, easy peasy. Makes life a lot easier. As you can see, I drained the shrimp. And yes, it's very well washed, just my hand. But why would I do that? Okay, let me let that cool for a minute. I'm going to peel them, and then we're going to chop them. Okay, let me bring it back over here. There, we're already deveined. And I have stirred my macaroni salad a few times. I will be putting some Hellmann's in here. So, what you're going to do is just cut it. Just be very careful when you're peeling the shrimp that you make sure you get all the peel off. And like I said, these needed to be peeled and they were already deveined. So, we don't want to be chimpy. Not at the holidays. So, my Christmas Eve is going to look like lobster shrimp ravioli, some shrimp cocktail, oh my goodness, I got so much stuff, bacala and schmelz. I'm not going to do the full 7 fishes, but I am going to do quite a few. So I only just named a few. Like you see, I did not do a humongous batch of the noodles, so I will be able to judge the shrimp, but you don't want to skimp. It's the best part. We're just trying to chop them in like about 4 pieces. Depending on the size of the shrimp. No matter what size they are, they always shrink down. But you can see it takes more time to peel it than it does to actually, chop them up and get them in the bowl. As a matter of fact, 1 piece for the chef. Delicious. Then we will taste for seasoning. I like Old Bay in it. Could put celery seed in here. Celery salt. If you're going to use celery salt, don't use regular salt. A few more to chop. Hopefully I'm not boring you. my sons have been going to their grandmother and grandfather's house for Christmas Eve. Night full of Italians, munja, munja, munja. So they'll be doing the 7 fishes. I am having company tomorrow. I'm on Christmas Day. I am making ham, of course. And I am making a very expensive piece of beef. I think my Johnny might cook it with all the fixings. Stuffing, pineapple gravy. We'll also have the horseradish white sauce on the side for the expensive piece of beef. As you can see, this looks pretty even Steven right there, doesn't it now? Bring it closer. That looks pretty good. I also haven't eaten, so yes, I have cream cheese out. So let me get, oh Lord. By the way, I forgot to tell you, my refrigerator's packed. So I have to find the Hellmann's mayonnaise, which could be quite interesting. Let me see. Aha. I have a big refrigerator as it is. But boy, oh boy, it is full. Now we're going to go in with some Hellmann's mayonnaise, give it a good mix, and then we're going to taste test it with seasoning. And then when you go to dish this out, because this will go in the refrigerator tonight, when you go to dish this out, you're going to want to give it a thorough stirring, because believe me, you're most likely going to be having to add more mayonnaise. So that's about a 1.5 cups. I just usually start spinning the bowl to get it incorporated. And I knew I didn't have my macaroni salad with shrimp. Well, shrimp macaroni salad is what I call it. Shrimp macaroni salad. I knew I didn't have this on the channel, so I thought, why not bring it along? You want to make sure that it's pretty well coated. And then we can taste test, because I'm not going to add too much more mayonnaise until tomorrow. So let me get a spoon and get a little bit of everything and taste test this. Sorry, I'm still chewing. I'm going to go in with some more Old Bay. I think it's wonderful. But I want a little bit more Old Bay into this. My hands are clean. I'm going to take a littler bite this time. You can adjust the seasoning to the next day after you fluff it and give it some more mayo. But that is it, my friends. There is really nothing to this, and it's amazing. It tastes so good. Sorry, I have a mouthful. Yeah, delicious. Then you can top it off with some parsley on the top and serve it throughout your holiday meals. So that's my version of my shrimp macaroni salad. Like I said, I might taste test in the morning and see if it needs a little bit more Old Bay or garlic powder. And that's it. So, thank you everyone for joining me. Have a blessed holiday. And super easy recipe to make. I hope Santa gives you everything you want. And yeah, I will see you on the next video. Bye.